Hi guys, Mark Wood here, Director of Instruction at Chichester Golf Academy and also World's Best Golf Destinations, and welcome to a brand new series of Build a Better Setup. And in this series we're going to look at the fundamentals of the setup. So that's going to be the aim of the club face, the grip, the stance, how wide you have your feet, the posture, the body alignment and the ball position, okay? Because my belief is if you can get that setup looking really good and correct, then there's a great chance that you're going to make a good swing movement around good fundamentals. If your fundamentals are poor, then it's very hard to create a good swing movement. And normally when you have sort of a few swing flaws coming in where the ball flight's not doing what you want it to do, normally you can relate that all the way back to the setup. So please take note on this video series because it's going to really start to help you. Right, so let's get stuck into video number one. So it's going to be about the aim of the club face and also the grip. So the best way to start to aim your golf club towards target is to literally come behind the ball and pick a point that's just in front of the ball that's on line to your target. That's always going to be the best way that you can start to aim the club face when you're out on the golf course. You see so many pros come behind their ball and they're looking down over the shaft, picking a point on the ground in front of the ball that's directly on line to target. There's such a good way to do it. So I'm going to pick out this point just in front of me here, and that's on line to pretty much the middle of the green. Now, one thing that I want you to sort of focus on when you're learning to sort of see what a square club face looks like is if you hold the club up to the sky or the shaft parallel to the ground, so the toe of the club's pointing up to the sky, normally you've got a white groove at the bottom of the club. Point that directly up towards the sky because that's going to help get that club face nice and square for when you sit it down behind the ball, because that can make a huge difference. If you have the face slightly turned in, that ball's going to start left. If you have the face turned out to the right, the ball's going to start to the right. So it's a good way to check, like I say, that groove pointing directly up towards the sky, and then from there you can start to build your grip around a good neutral square club face. So when you do drop that club face down behind the golf ball, you know that club face is 100% square pointing towards your target. Right, now let's get into the grip position. So there's a couple of ways that you can get into the grip position, but this one I really like. Now what I would like you to do, I'm going to just come in closer to the camera just so we got a bit more of a close-up of the grip. What I would like you to do is I would like you to start to grip the club in the fingers of the left hand. So you've got your grip cap at the top of the grip. The left hand should just be underneath that grip cap, but you should be gripping it in the fingers of the left hand, not up through the palm of the left hand, down in the fingers of the left hand. Now the fingers close onto the grip and the heel pad of the left hand is going to come across and it's going to sit very much on top of the grip, and that thumb is sat just slightly to the right of centre. Now if you notice, I always steady the club at the top with my right hand just to ensure that I keep that club face nice and square as I'm positioning that left hand onto the grip. Now a checkpoint that I want you to do is I want you to hold the club up parallel to the ground when you get this and check that you can see two knuckles on the back of the left hand, and the V of that left hand should be pointing directly up towards the right shoulder. So that's your left hand grip position. That would be a really good grip position for you to get into. Now there's a few different ways that you can link your hands up. There's the overlapping grip where the little finger of that right hand sits very much on the index finger or in between the index finger and the third finger of the left hand. So the little finger sits in there and the other three fingers sit on the grip. You can do the interlocking grip where the little finger and the index finger interlock, or for ladies and juniors, you're always best off to do what I would term as a baseball grip, where all the fingers of that right hand are on the grip. But the importance of the right hand grip position, what I would like you to do is I would like you to bring your right hand in from the side of the club, so the right hand swings in from the side. Now you've got a lifeline on your right hand. Now what we're looking for is we're looking for that lifeline to be set on the side of that left thumb. And then from there you're going to close the fingers onto the grip and the fleshy pad of that right thumb is going to close down onto that left thumb. Now again, when you hold the club up parallel to the ground, the V of that right hand should be pointing up towards the right shoulder as well. And the right thumb should be what I would term as not directly down the top of the grip, not over onto the side of the grip, but kind of half on, half off. So that would be a good right hand grip position for you to get into. Now that would be as what we would term as like a really good safe neutral grip. Now so we've got the club face square, we've got that grip in a really good position. Now, all things being equal, that club face should be coming back in square at impact towards your target. And that's going to really start to help you hit straight golf shots. Your hands are the only part of your body to be touching the club, so you need to get this correct. See, so many people with poor grips. You know, if the grip's poor, say the hands are twisted too far around, left hand too far over, right hand too much underneath, that can really cause the face to twist over and close, and then you end up hitting a lot of shots left. If the left hand's too far turned around sort of underneath the grip and the right hand's too much on top, that can really open the face and you hit a lot of high shots out to the right. So the grip is such an important part. You know, like I say, it's the only part of you to touch the club, and it's really important for you to get this correct. Now, with terms of grip pressure, you want to kind of keep that grip pressure fairly light and relaxed. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I always use scales of 1 to 10. 10 being really tight, where you can't grip that club any tighter, and 1 being really light, where the club's virtually falling out your hands. You want to be around about 5. Another tip that I give people is if you hold the club up, pointing directly up to the sky, start to make some big circles, not with your forearms, but with your wrists. If you grip it tight, then you'll feel it's really small circles. Grip it nice and relaxed, you find that you can make bigger circles. Now, this tip's really going to help you. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to post your comments below, thumbs up the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks very much for watching.